A winter storm warning is in effect for our area. Currently, the temperature is 30 degrees with a mixture of wintry precipitation. Here's our local Doppler radar. Today, a mix of sleet and freezing rain. Significant icing likely. High 31. Winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. The week ahead.
Who are we?
Back as we continue our reporting on Winter Storm Leon. Crews out across the South. A live look here from Sylacauga, Alabama, as traffic is stalled on some of these snowbound roadways. This is going to be the scene over much of the South today, much as it already is in Atlanta. And road travel throughout the South is a concern. Julie Martin out in it right now.
Weather Channel, and it is a mess out here, guys. We have picked up a significant amount of snow. In fact, about half an inch here on the ruler. You'll notice beyond the ruler, though, oh, here's the ruler. You'll notice beyond the ruler, the parking lot, an absolute mess. Just employees trying to leave the facility to get home, and they're not even able to get out on the street here. That's a scenario we understand is playing out all over the metro Atlanta area. Schools with early dismissal. We're getting reports of buses being stuck and not able to pick up the kids. You can just imagine, when we're talking about millions of people here in the metro area, this much snow and unfortunately a big mess right now for travel. Let's check in with Greg Postel, though, for more on the storm. And Greg, it's not looking like it's going to be improving too much here in the metro, that's for sure.
No, Atlanta's got several more hours worth of at least light snow. As you mentioned, half inch, that's what I measured. I was out there with you. So two ruler measurements matching up. That's a good estimate for me. If you have a look at some of the satellite pictures, the tower cams around Atlanta, this is what it looks like. Guys, this is I-75, I-85 intersection near downtown Atlanta. Look at all this traffic with, it's moving slowly with the snow on the ground. This is a big time problem, and that's about as clear as a road you see. I've seen a lot of tower cams across the Atlanta metro area, and a lot of them are just plain old white. There's not that much traffic, and they are exceptionally slippery. Here's Atlanta. Let me show you. There's a little band of heavier snow right in here, south of the metro, whereas you head northwest out of Atlanta, Marietta, places up in Cherokee County, the snow is falling a little bit less heavily, and they've picked up maybe a half inch to perhaps as much as an inch of snow across the region. Not a lot by people in the North standards. You might be thinking, what could a half inch possibly do? Well, it can shut down a city that is not super well equipped to deal with that. So let's have a look at some of the radars around the area. There are many other places in the South that are dealing with this significant weather. Look at these areas shaded in pink. This is where sleet and freezing rain is falling right now all the way. Let's see, I got Pensacola freezing rain, Mobile freezing rain, Biloxi, Mississippi sleet all along this zone. Areas shaded in pink and purple. Travel is nearly impossible across this region. Here's some more reports. 0.2 of an inch of ice near Hattiesburg, Mississippi. So, and the ice is still accumulating there as well. Let's time it out as we move through the afternoon hours. Again, a few more hours of snow in the Atlanta metro before it winds down later on this evening. But then we transition to an icing problem along the Carolina coasts, moving all the way to the Georgia coast and still extending back into parts of the Florida panhandle. So again, this winter storm is extending its influence all the way to the coast in places that absolutely are unfamiliar with this kind of weather. Snowfall forecast, we have 8 to 12 in parts of eastern North Carolina. Raleigh's in the 5 to 8, and the 1 to 3s extend all the way back into places of southern Mississippi and Alabama, guys, and even perhaps the panhandle Florida getting in on a little bit of snow. This is from right outside. Guys, back to you.
That's perfect. A little snowball there. Thanks very much, Dr. Greg. Well, when it comes to storms like Leon,
A winter storm warning is in effect for our area. Currently in our area, 30 degrees under cloudy skies. our local Doppler radar. Today, a mix of sleet and freezing rain. Significant icing likely. High 31. Winds north at 10 to 20 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Right now on Weather Center Live, a rare event targeting nearly 40 million Americans. There are winter storm watches, warnings, alerts, and advisories posted from Texas to the Carolinas. We have live team coverage through the duration of Winter Storm Leon.
I got real praline.
I'm meteorologist Reynolds Wolf coming to you from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where right now we've got light sleet falling and temperatures that are dropping too, and with it, getting some problems on the roadways. We're going to give you the full story coming up in just a few moments.
And we are awaiting the precipitation here in beautiful Charleston, South Carolina, where it's coming in fast and furious, starting to cross over the Savannah River. How quick will we change to sleet? How much freezing rain will we get? And how much snow? Could this be a historic snowfall for the city of Charleston? We'll talk about it coming up.
Meanwhile, over the upper Midwest, no additional snow for you, but we're still in the icy grip of this latest Arctic blast. We'll look at how long the cold will last as Weather Center Live continues right now. Good morning. If you're on the West Coast, it is the top of the 11 o'clock hour for you.
But it's 2 p.m. for us here at the Weather Channel headquarters in Atlanta. I'm Nick Walker.
And I'm Vivian Brown. We have so much to talk about today. An Arctic blast with a dangerously cold air in the Midwest. And of course, Winter Storm Leon. 31 million of us under winter weather advisories, watches, warnings. So let's talk more about that.
Yeah, we have live team coverage across the South in the areas that will be most impacted by Leon. Meteorologist Reynolds Wolf reporting for us in Baton Rouge. A wintry mix of icy conditions will make tough travel there. Storm tracker Jim Cantori is in Charleston for us. Jim could see the ice as well as the snow. And our storm specialist, Dr. Greg Postel, standing by for us in the Global Forecast Center. We want to check with you guys in just a moment. But first, Julie Martin in the thick of it all outside our studios in Atlanta. Julie?
Pretty unbelievable scene out here, Nick and Vivian. These are all employees trying to leave the Weather Channel. I understand some of them have been waiting here for more than 30 minutes trying to just get out of the parking lot, if that gives you some idea of what we are dealing with. Just a little slice of reality of what is happening all across Metro Atlanta right now. Look at all of the snow on the ground. You know, the snow came pretty quickly this afternoon, and the ground was cold enough to support it. So we are seeing the snow accumulating, expecting a couple of inches, but to add to this mess, schools did not cancel today, so everyone from the schools also trying to get the kids home, so the buses are stuck in a lot of these communities, particularly just a little bit west of the downtown Atlanta area. Just a mess out there on the interstates. Take a look at this video we shot. This is just outside of the Weather Channel, I-285 and 75. Of course, a major thoroughfare here, two of them. And it is gridlock out there. People are not going anywhere. A lot of folks just trying to get home or maybe get to their kids at school, and it is just a mess out there. Take a look at some of the accumulating snow we have seen. In fact, there's enough to make a snowball out here. One of our producers came out and decided he would make me this little present, a snowball, here outside of the Weather Channel. Not every day we see something like this, and unfortunately this is going to be a long duration event. We are expecting the snow to continue to fall until about 10 o'clock tonight. Temperatures overnight will be back in the teens, so this snow will be sticking around as well. So looking at another very slick and iffy morning commute Wednesday morning in the Atlanta metro area. But for now, guys, this is pretty incredible out here. What a mess.
Thanks, Julie. You know, it's a mess. It's a very dangerous mess at that. I mean, places in the South aren't prepared to deal with even just a little bit of snow, the kind of snow that we've had all across the Atlanta metro, and it extends all the way back across Mississippi, Alabama, in parts of western Florida, Gulf Coast of Mississippi, in parts of Louisiana as well. All this area shaded in pink, guys. Sleet and freezing rain has been reported for hours, and we've seen in places near Hattiesburg, Mississippi, where they've gotten almost a quarter of an inch of ice accumulated already. This area to the north of that zone of freezing rain and sleet, that area shaded in blue, this is snow. It's not falling that heavily. The visibilities are generally above a half a mile, but all it takes is a little to shut down cities. Really, watch out. Atlanta, it will be snowing for a few more hours at least, probably till 7, 8 o'clock. Then the snow should be over. Temperatures will be below freezing, so there will be ice throughout the night and the morning rush as well. Let's time it out for us all across the south beginning later on this afternoon. Notice that we start to then, as we head to the evening hours, turn our attention to the coasts of North and South Carolina, even the Georgia coast, with freezing rain and sleet developing and continuing all night tonight. There could be significant icing accumulations there. Meanwhile, a couple of inches of snow across parts of central Georgia. Atlanta, maybe 1 to 2 inches. We've gotten about a half of an inch so far. But overall, guys, this should end by about 4 o'clock in the morning or so across parts of Georgia and the western Carolinas, and still be ongoing in the morning rush along the coast of Carolina, both Carolinas, and even the Georgia coast. Back to you.
All right, a lot to deal with. Thanks so much, Dr. Postel. More than half of the state of Louisiana under a winter storm warning right now.
And that's where we find our own Reynolds Wolf. He's watching conditions right outside of the Baton Rouge, Louisiana area. And Reynolds, I heard you say it just a minute ago, light sleet has started.
Yeah, we are definitely seeing a little bit of a change. You know, our crew's been out here since 2 o'clock this morning. When we first got out here, we didn't see much at all in terms of precipitation, but now it is beginning to pick up. Rick Davis is the man behind the camera, America, and I want to show you a little bit more behind the scenes. Normally we're not, you don't do this, but we're going to do this. Take a look. If you look down here, there's our friend David. He's our sound tech. Say hi, David. This is obviously covering some of our equipment, but if you happen to look at the equipment itself, you see some of that sleet beginning to form. Now check this out for a little bit. Imagine this being a highway overpass. Check this out over here. The reason why it forms, the reason why it sticks so well is because you've got the freezing conditions on top of it, on the sides, on the bottom, and of course, all the way around it, which means you get the accumulation. So then as we back up a little bit and you look over here at the freeway, think about it. All your overpasses, all the exposed spots in Louisiana on parts of Interstate 10 where you have the moisture coming down, sticking to that surface, the cold air surrounding it, you're going to have ice. And that's the reason why you see these trucks that have been out and about. Seems as one team goes out, another one comes in, and then they move out once again, and they're delivering all this salt to the roadways with the purpose of getting rid of the ice, also at the same time providing maybe a little bit of traction that is so necessary, obviously, for the cars on I-10. This area of I-10, I'd say doing pretty well for the time being. However, farther back out to the west, reports of all kinds of, absolutely, both hands on the wheel, tough guy. The conditions are going to be a little bit better, but far worse when you go north. When you go north along parts of 49, man, nightmare city when it comes to your traffic. In fact, right around Alexandria, it's no-go. Roads are closed for the time being, and I don't think things are going to improve even any time soon. Let's pitch it back to you guys in the studio.
All right, thanks very much, Reynolds. You be careful out there, and of course we'll be checking back with him throughout the day.
You need to be careful in Alabama. We've got a live picture here from Sylacauga from one of our stringers out there showing the roadways that are already covered with snow. It's just going to get worse as we get through the evening hours.
And we'll take you on east of Alabama into Georgia, right outside Atlanta. There you see, it looks like this is somewhere up north. Maybe Minneapolis, Chicago, but no, this is hot Atlanta. Talk more about this city coming up.